song went by fast because of all of my thoughts. As it ended, the three friends started to say their farewells to the children. At this point, I was convinced that they weren't going to stare at me anymore, and that maybe the worker was right. Maybe they were set to make eye contact with people. It was almost 9 o'clock, which meant that the place was getting ready to close. Most of the parents and kids started to head for the doors. Alex came to me and told me he had to go to the bathroom. The public men's room had an out-of-order sign on it. I asked an employee where he could use the bathroom, and she said that he could use the employee restroom. The employee pointed Alex to the bathroom. There was an announcement that the place was now closed. I waited for a few more minutes. It seemed that I was the last person there. Even most of the employees had left. I stood there growing impatient until I noticed something at the corner of my eye. No, it couldn't be. I turned my head to see that all three of them were looking at me with the same ominous stare. I felt like my heart sank into my stomach. I couldn't even choke out the words to call for an employee. I stormed down the hallway quickly, bursting into the employee restroom. I called for Alex. He didn't respond. I looked under the stalls to see if anybody was in them, and I saw Alex's shoes. I immediately felt relieved and stood by the door, waiting. I waited for what felt like another 5 minutes. I didn't want to say anything to make him feel awkward, but I had to. I asked if he was almost done in there, because the place was closed, but he didn't respond. I started to become curious because I'd been standing in there for a long time, and he hadn't made a single sound. I walked up to the stall and knocked. As I knocked, the stall door creaked open to reveal nothing but Alex's shoes. He wasn't in there.